Eciffo Office Limited is an office supplies company that provides office supplies, arts and crafts, facilities, products to both the public and private sector and educational sectors. In terms of the scale of the business, there are currently 4 employees. We've been operating for approximately 3 years now. We're just started our 4th year of trading. Well, the opportunities in the public procurement, we had actually registered on e-tenders for our particular sector. So when the opportunity came up for the OGP contract, we got a ping notification from e-tenders, and at that point we were able to go on, download the documents. Paul, who's another director in the business, has worked previously in this sector on a government contract. I come from a different background, but I do have experience and knowledge on reviewing both public and private sector contracts. So we felt that was a good opportunity for us, but we also felt that if we were in a position to actually win the contract, that it might be able to develop better opportunities for us going forward in the private sector as well as the public sector. The type of contract that it is actually a framework contract. The main difference between the contract this time around compared to previous years is that the contract was broken down into several different lots. This meant that smaller companies had an opportunity to actually win part of the contract, whereas prior to this, previous contracts were awarded to one single source supplier for the entire country, which meant it would generally have gone to a multinational or a larger organisation. This way I think is a much fairer opportunity to allow Indigenous Irish business to win part of their own government contracts. As part of the contract, we've agreed to be in a position to deliver on a 48-hour basis the full list of products that we hold, and we can do this through partnerships with other small to medium businesses. So we try where possible to actually use other small Irish Indigenous business to try and get the flow of the contract running through as many companies as possible. With our knowledge in tendering, we kind of understood it was going to be quite a time-consuming period in order to respond to every single section of the tender. So we had set aside enough time to actually break the tender down into bite-sized chunks to ensure that the information that we were giving back to the OGP was the actual information that they were looking for. The website was actually quite user-friendly. We didn't have any issues in terms of downloading documents or uploading documents. There was a section on the website that if there were queries while the tendering process was undergoing, that you could submit them. But again, all responses would have been sent back out then to all tenderers for transparency purposes. On the back of the OGP, it has given us a great opportunity to invest in our IT and cloud systems. We've also put in place new phone systems. It's also allowed us to employ one additional staff member. In terms of additional business opportunity, winning a contract such as this will allow us in the private sector to hold a bit more clout. In the past, they may have felt, well, you know, a company of our size won't be able to fulfil this contract. We now have the proof to say that yes, we can. Dealing with the OGP has been a pretty positive experience. We didn't necessarily push a huge amount in terms of looking for support. I think we were quite confident in what we were doing, but we were always confident that if we needed the support from the OGP, that it would have been there for us. The main piece of advice that I would give to other organisations of our own size really is to take a look at the contract, go through it bit by bit. There is a real opportunity there if you're willing to put the long hours into reading the contract, breaking it down into smaller pieces and just chipping away at it and making sure that you get it done right.